What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? If you want Luna Classic to go to $1, hit that like button on your way in. Leave a comment down below. Tell me, when do you think Luna Classic will surge to $1? I'm actually genuinely curious. Want to know what your opinion is about it. And then we're going to talk about my opinion because, well, it's my show. So again, make sure you hit that like button on the way in and let's get after it. Step one, instead of ass say buns. Step one, before we get started, Terra Casino, yesterday I forgot one of my other name things down at the bottom. So today I'm going to extend this for 1 day. Put your username for Terra Casino down in the comment section. I'm going to draw the winner. 2 of you are going to win $100 in credits to be used on Terra Casino, but I need your username. So make sure you put that in the comment section down below. We'll get started. Don't share your information with anybody, however, so that anybody else can log in or anything like that. But we're giving away some money. These guys have everything that you need for your risk-based gaming needs, including casino, sports wagering, poker, whatever it is that you're looking for, they've got it for you. And they take almost every cryptocurrency imaginable. Also, if you're trading Terra Luna Classic, then the best place to go right now, terraport.finance. There's a lot of meme coins able to be traded. There's trending tokens along the way, token analytics as you need them. And if you are interested in earning, then you can earn either Terra, or you can stake or provide farming or liquid staking for any crypto that you would like. So within the Cosmos ecosystem, obviously, but make sure that it's something that you can use. You can see the staking rates right here. You can see the yield farms that are available to you as well. And really what you're looking for is, well, total value locked. We're looking for total stake. We're looking for trade volume. We're looking for something that we're going to earn yield off of. So if that's something that entices you, go check out terraport.finance today. All right, so before we get into the path to $1, we're going to do some numbers here to talk about how we get to that $1, in my opinion. But BLV Labs now has proposal 12161 enabling wallet whitelisting. They've done an update for their proposal. We have not seen it come up for governance yet, but we should see it coming up very, very soon. I would encourage you to go read through this and try to figure out whether or not this is something that you want to support. And basically, very simple here. This proposal aims to introduce a whitelist mechanism that allows the community to flexibly manage tax-free whitelist addresses. By implementing this, exchanges and key stakeholders or any partners can be exempted from tax through a one-way transaction like CoinIn or two-way like Binance, which of course we're doing already in many different instances because we have whitelists, but this is going to simplify the process. So I think it would be something worthy of a yes vote. I think somebody's going to need to look into it, make sure that all the mechanics of it are in place, and we'll see what happens. So Cat with Hat also put up a proposal to inject LUNC liquidity into Osmosis and Astroport to strengthen Terra Classic ecosystem. I think we'll have to read through this. We'll have to come up with an idea here and see, what it is that we want to do. I don't have an opinion about this yet. I think that injecting liquidity into and allowing for more trading going around this ecosystem actually is for the benefit of everybody in the ecosystem. But project by project, I don't know. That's something that we'll have to work on, that we'll have to figure out. Like, is this something that's good for the chain? If it is, then we want to do it. If it's not, we don't want to do it. Matter of fact, make sure that you're validating with the people who support your belief system, no matter who it is. If you believe that decentralization is very important, there's a group of people that you can validate with, and giving them your voting approval will allow them to continue to provide you with the protection that you want. If you think that the reverse is true and you would like to see some kind of council or some kind of leadership that would propel this thing forward and put it on rails, if you will. If you want to see something like that, then find validators who agree and go with those guys. As far as the meme coins go, and utility coins, Juris up 2.5%, Garuda X up 7%, having a nice little move today. Sun at 9% up, Cookie up 3%. There's a little bit moving around here. The market seems to be reversing. Everything is in the green today. So it's a good day. Even the frame here is in the green today. So let me know, by the way, if you have a favorite Luna Classic meme coin that's not Believe, then put it down there in the comment section down below. The question is always, are you going to make it? Like, are you going to make it? Well, you know what? Here's the thing. At about 2 cents, I gave you believe. At 1 cent, I gave you believe. It's at 5 cents right now, which means it was an easy 5x. All you had to do was, and this, by the way, gives you more than staking. So it continues to run. We've already unbonded JMC. We've already unbonded. By the way, 48 cents. So to unbond, it's going to be 41 cents over here. Rakoff, 27 cents. It's going to be about another 5x from here before it unbonds. So what we're talking about really is I just basically donated you a 25x. Did you get in on it? Because if you did, then you're feeling pretty good. If you didn't get in on it right now is a perfect time because there's still a 5x to get it unbonded. So get yourself some Believe token. Do it today. The way that you buy it, by the way, is you go to terrapump.fun. You connect your LUNC wallet, and then you buy it with some LUNC. I only have a little bit in there. As a matter of fact, my wallet ends in SCSC. It's in the description down below. You can see here, I hold 4% of the supply. I'm one of the bigger holders, but I'm not the biggest holder. Like, I'm not even the biggest holder of my own token. So this is something that's for you guys. Burns, 297 million. Not really a change from yesterday. Kind of treading water in that regard. All right, there are 0 proposals up right now, waiting for some governance guidelines here. But we got exactly what I told you I thought was going to happen right now, and it seems to be playing out. I gave you this top over here, and I said that, most likely this is where we're headed to. And then I would expect to see some kind of rejection at some level. And the reason is, and let me zoom out. I'm not saying this because we're bearish. We're not exactly bearish at this point. I don't think we have a huge reason to be bullish until we get some kind of big announcement or anything. But look, if you just kind of look at something like this right here, and you just kind of look, there's seems to be this sort of trending sort of line right there. I want to get it just right to just kind of show you guys, but it was looking like, see, kind of right there. And as you zoom out, you're going to see that, and you're going to see, look at this over here. You're going to see that, this kind of indicates that we're in a tightening sort of channel, and there should be a break. Now, what I would think in this regard is, and we'll still be bullish if we do this, but a healthy back test right here. And by the way, I don't think that we need, quote unquote, a healthy back test at this point. What I think we need is an impulse move, but we're getting a nice little upward momentum today, and right here at the top, but that usually means that some profit taking is going to take place. So we could end up range bound right here, come down over the next couple of days back into that 56 sort of range before breaking out. Now, the other thing to consider, what if we don't do that? Well, then I would be looking for something along the lines of anywhere between a 15 and 20% move, heading up into 407 as our next spot of potential resistance, coming from that point, that point, that point, this point right here, this surge right here, and this surge right here. So that does seem to be a spot where people are dumping. So if we get buyers that step into it, then we're going to be in good shape. Now, the MACD, as you can see down here, has flipped into the green. You can barely see it, but it is there. Starting to flip green. If it lands like this for a few more days, if we get a nice little surge like this, then we get that upward momentum. So, and we're starting from a faster base here. We're not down here where this one starts. We're moving up. So if we just consider the same level of intent for that kind of move, coming from the bottom of this one, then we're talking about a move up into probably 408, but let's just go with 407 right now for the short-term solution. Now, I do think that we're in an uptrend. I think we've kind of established that right now. We're lower highs, higher lows right here, right here. We seem to be in that uptrend. So I think this is very positive. So I do believe that we are ready for the next level, whatever that next level might be. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think that 7 right there is going to be representative of some real traffic, if you will. Now, ultimately, I think when we zoom out here and we really kind of break this down using the tools that are at our disposal, and one of those is this volume. This is the volume profile. And the volume profile tells me that 409 is where we're real comfortable. That's where most of the volume is, right in this range here, right in this range here, across this range right here. Ultimately, if we break out, then that's where the next little fight's going to be. And as we zoom out just a little bit more, you'll see that we don't get another spike after that until we get into like 3012. So I really think that there's some opportunity here for a significant sort of move. Again, when we zoom in a little bit more and we take some of that other stuff off of the equation here, then it looks a little bit different, and we see that 8 coming into play, like I told you before. And we see 9 coming into play, of course. So basically what we're saying is 7, 8, 9. Every time you get a tenth of a move or a 10-point move, then you're probably looking at a trade volume sort of range. So USTC also breaking, starting to get that run. And guess what? What I expected to happen for Luna Classic is actually happening over here. You can see that we broke out. This is the range. We broke out above the range, already had what looks like or appears to be kind of a successful back test. And now it looks like from right here, we're going to get a move up into this 13 range. That's going to be the next realm, if you will. And as we zoom out, we kind of look at it from this perspective. And where do we find our little spot here? 1.3 cents, which we've been familiar with for the last bunch of days. But once we get through that, then you've got that next move that's going to take us up to 1.8 cents. And then from there, the biggest pivot right there is going to be at 2.3 cents. So there is some upward mobility when you start to look at this chart and try to figure out, like, where are we going? And then when we zoom out and we try to get an idea of, where is the real volume, then you're talking about this move right here at 1.5 cents, which we were there for a long period of time. But that ultimate move right there comes up here in the 2 cent range. That's where we'll start to see the biggest impetus on another move, if there is another move, right there at 2.1 cents. So I think there is a significant move coming for USTC. So we'll see what happens. Volume still continuing to tick up just a little bit. There's a great sign. Will it maintain? That is really the question. And same thing for USTC. Will it maintain? Can we maintain this type of volume? What I'd like to see is I'd like to see USTC get back into that 10 million range, and I would like to see Terra Classic get into that 50 to 100 million range. Remember, this is how we do most of the most effective burns that we have on the chain right now, because they're coming from Binance. And the more trade volume we have, the more we're going to see. Now, again, to be very, very clear, something that we don't bring up enough, but we should, is this. Number one, this is a Korean project. It's a Korean coin. So the Korean culture is what's going to contribute the most, in my opinion, to the pumping of Terra Luna Classic. They just elected a pro-crypto president in South Korea, meaning that it's only a matter of time until we really start to see some big movement, in my opinion, coming from Korea. Now, if that is the case, and if some nostalgia reigns, then we could see a parabolic breakout. Now, the other thing, Binance, Coinbase, XRP, they've all had lawsuits dropped by the United States SEC. What about Do Kwon? That's going to be the next big question. Is Do Kwon going to get a pardon? Is Do Kwon going to get his charges dropped? I don't think it's the same circumstance. I'm interested to see what would happen. If you guys, remember, like, he did exactly what they were, accusing him of. Now, why was he doing it? It is my opinion that he was doing it to manipulate his own price action. And that's probably not in the purvey of the SEC just dropping a case. But there's also that possibility, that ever-standing possibility, that all charges against Do Kwon end up being dropped in short order. And we start to see, what happens then? 3x rally, 4x rally, 50x rally on Terra Luna Classic as we see Do Kwon with all charges drop take over Luna again, or take over Luna Classic because he can't take over Luna, and then his brain starts working on, how do I fix this? How do I start burning tokens? How do I start doing all? Look, things could get crazy. So is there a path forward? Well, we would need right now a $5.46 trillion market cap, illustrated by this right here. We need a $5.46 trillion market cap in order to get to a $1 number. That is a very, very long way off. Even if we reduced the supply by half, Bitcoin's ultimate market cap is still only 2.1 trillion. So reducing the supply by half doesn't even get us in the realm Okay, there is some serious discussion. Matter of fact, let me point out, and I want to be very clear with this. We burned in 18 months 66% of the supply in dropping Luna from 1 billion to 343 million circulating supply before the breakdown happened. Now, when that happened, we'll do the math here. If we just consider, and we want to multiply that by 0.666, that means that the remaining supply, did it in reverse. The remaining supply, believes you idiot, is going to be 1.8 trillion. Okay, now that gives us an opportunity with a 2 trillion market cap. That gives us an opportunity to get to a dollar to have that 2 trillion market cap. But there's no, fundamentally speaking, there's just no way that that's going to happen. At the very best, at the top of the chart, let's just say 50 billion would be a reasonable approximation of where we could get. We're not pulling in more traffic than Ethereum. We're not pulling in more traffic than XRP. We don't have more use cases. We don't have more. Solana, same thing. BNB, same thing. These guys are putting out billions of dollars in revenue or trade volume every single day. Dogecoin, maybe, but that's only a 29 billion market cap. So, to get into this range here, in between Dogecoin and USDC at around 50 billion market cap, that would be significant, but we'd have to have 50 billion in supply, which means that we would have to drop by 99%. That is huge. So there's a lot working against us right now, but there's some really crazy unknowns. What's going on with Duquan could move this market like crazy. What's going on in many different instances, whether we get some kind of repeg or not, there are things that are happening that are going to move this market in significant directions. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. What do you think the odds are that we can find a way back to $1?